What's going on, y'all? So I'm finally in the last stages of this. I've got it sanded 2000 grit, and man, let me tell you what, it is some glossy and nice. Feels like a piece of glass, so that's really nice. Gonna go through and add a little black to it in certain spots like the knock areas, and I've got some Rust-Oleum Kono colored. I'm not quite sure what kind of wood that is. I have to look into that, but it looks real nice and dark. So just gonna go ahead and do that and show you guys that real quick, and then I'm gonna string it up and see about doing the full stain on it. And of course the trick there is going to be to get it all to match. So we'll see how that comes out. Alright guys, for doing the black part, I'm just going to be using Fine Bing's leather black dye. It's alcohol based, so it should work real well. I've heard there are actually problems with using regular oil based and different polyurethane stains with Hickory. It just doesn't accept the stain that well. Some of my pre-tests, I used one, I think a couple different ones. It didn't turn out too well. These two are actually the same color, different times and different lengths. Actually, it kind of looks alright on camera, but it's not exactly what I'm shooting for. Got another brand that I got, the Rust-Oleum. Looks like it's going to adhere a little better and not take as many coats and should darken up quite nice. The Kono one. The Rust-Oleum Kono. So that's going to be the main part that I'm using. But I'm going to start out just using a little bit of black dye in the knock area. Try and get this filled in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and do that. It definitely doesn't take much of this, so I'm just going to be using just a little bit. This stuff dries real quick too since it's alcohol based. So let's see how well we can get this in here. And of course I just want to be real careful and try and stay right on the knock. It's kind of difficult actually. You know what? I'm going to use a thinner piece of, take some of the tip off. With a Q-tip, see if that helps me a little bit. Yeah, that'll fit a little bit better. Yeah, Q-tips are always wonderful things to keep around. Q-tips and popsicle sticks work great for projects. Now, there's not too much you can do if you hit the wrong area and go outside the lines. Hopefully I can just blend that in later. That's a bummer. Yeah, boy, this wood grain just soaks it up. Probably can't catch that on camera though. And I plan to actually do the rest of the knock with the Rust-Oleum. So that should blend nice. Yeah. Should turn out nice once the other stuff's applied. And of course one side always comes out better than the other. That's if you've practiced doing it poorly on the first one. Yeah, but that happens. Let's see if that's... Yep, always better the second time around. Well, almost. Yeah, doing dyes and stains can be tricky. Just gotta be patient with it. Best thing to do is get yourself a test piece of wood if you can. Do it beforehand. See how things will turn out. Yeah, it should blend in nice once it's done. Alright guys, I'm going to string this up and then we'll get to the actual staining of it. Alright, so I got this thing strung up between a tripod that I made for a camera when I do some over-the-shoulder shots in a tree. Just got it suspended so I can work on it and flip it over and work on both sides. Let's go ahead and get a little close-up of that. Yeah, I got my nice Ghetto Fabulous tripod. Sometimes when I'm doing knot videos and stuff like that, I put my camera on into that so I can have it over my shoulder. Works out pretty well actually. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to this. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the stain on and hope that I can get it nice and even. Alright, so I'm going to be using for this, I've just got an old cotton t-shirt that I wadded up so I can, just sponge it on. Also, a pair of gloves is always nice. One, you don't get stain all over your hands. It takes forever to clean off. But two, I find it, if you have to actually hold the bow still or wood still, you don't want to get handles on it. Sometimes I've seen stains react with that. You'll end up getting a thumbprint or something stained into the wood. So gloves helps with that. So I'm pretty much just going to saturate this. Start rubbing it in. Hope we get an even coat. See how that goes. Now eventually I think I do want to do the handle kind of darkish, and again, if you remember, I actually have to build the handle up different so it actually fits a little bit better. So let's see what we get. Just want to do nice long strokes, even coverage. Oh yeah, it's going to look nice. It's going to be a nice dark chocolate brown kind of looking. Very cool. And based on a little bit of testing I've done so far, I'm just going to take maybe 3-4 coats. This Rust-Oleum seems to dry pretty quick, so that's nice. Hopefully that'll mean less coats. Well, too late for leaving the handle black. I guess we'll be going ahead and doing that afterwards. So easily you can mess up sometimes. Oh well. Tip here. Stuff goes on pretty even, so that's nice. Try and get it under that string real well. Now also, you don't want to rub it too much because then you end up kind of wiping it off, so you got to make sure that you've got a good thick even coat the whole time. I think it recommends this sitting for about 15 or 20 minutes and then wiping the excess off, and then of course repeat. Probably lots of repeating. And of course, if you're doing it all at once, you want to make sure to try and get all of it done at once. Looks like we need a little bit more juice. I'm putting this on pretty thick for this first coat. I've read some different things in forums that say hickory has a problem being stained just because it's dense. And I'm starting to notice that on some of the other stuff I used. The first stuff I used was Minwax. And that looked like that was going to be taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coats. That was just going to be ridiculous. And it was the wrong color. So I ended up getting this stuff, and hopefully this will turn out a little better. Looks like the wood grain is going to turn out pretty nice on this. And of course, even coats is the trick here. Damn, I should have left the handle empty so I could grab it and do that last. Oh well. Let's see if we can. Also find that hickory is rather porous when you get down to some of the grains, and I don't know if you can see the different flecks in it, probably not on camera, but it's got little spots where it looks like it kind of needs to be rubbed in a bunch. Yeah, see, this is already getting kind of sticky. Looks like I'm gonna have to speed things up here. Yeah, this definitely gets kind of thick quick. I really should have left one of these sections open. Oh well. I will say this does cover quite nice though. Seems to smooth out pretty well. Oh shit. Too much juice. So tying it up like this was slightly a good idea, slightly not. A little more difficult than I had hoped to hold it still. Lessons learned. Yeah, getting an even coat is definitely going to be the trick here. It's kind of difficult not leaving little splotching areas. I'm trying to get it all even at the same time without wiping it off. Probably starting to go a little too thick here, I don't know. And of course, need to get the other limb. Alright guys, let's see if I can't smooth this out some and I'll get back to you.